English Tim here. Today I'm doing a video on War and Order, and this is for the new players who haven't done timed attacks before. So this will tell you a step-by-step guide on how to do it so that you all arrive at the same time and nobody gets left behind. So thank you to Shoot to Kill, he's my alliance leader. He's given me a breakdown of all the different steps, give it out to everyone in our alliance so we know what we're doing. So there'll be an attack leader. The attack leader will share the target, so they'll share the coordinates in the alliance chat. Now everyone should either bookmark that or make sure they can get back to that point in the chat quickly when they need to. The attack leader will then post how long their march time is. That's the indication that they're about to start a time march. You'll just see them post a time. Now that'll be a few minutes, a few seconds, something like that. Now everyone else should now post their march time. So everyone who wants to join this attack should post their march times. So click on that city that they've just shared with you and check the march time. Pretend to send a march there and it'll show you how long it will take. And now the attack leader will look at the list and say, okay, who's got the longest march time? That will be the starter for the attack. So if you are the starter, you need to share your city coordinates, or they will share theirs if they're starting. Now they'll also give a warning, so they'll say in 5 seconds I'm going, or some amount of time. It can vary from your alliance, they may do it differently, and then they will set off their march. So by this point everyone should be looking at the starter's city and they should see that march going, and that's the point they check the march time and see how long is left on it. So keep watching that march time. You can click on the march, it'll show how long it's going to take to get there, and then you know your march time, you've already posted it, so make sure you remembered it, or at least check to see how long it was. And now around 5 seconds, this will vary how fast you can do it, but first time I'd leave 5 seconds to be safe. And now what you need to do is go to that target location, so check your bookmarks and go to the one you just set up, or scroll up in your alliance chat, click on the city, and now go to the attack coordinates, start your march. If you've got it right, you'll all be arriving at the same time. Let's see that actually working now. So this is me having a march set by a different alliance leader. So they've posted the target coordinates, you'll see at the bottom. Yeah, so you'll see the time I had was 57 seconds, so I'm posting 57 seconds in the chat. So the rally leader knows that I am 57 seconds away. They can check their own clock and see who is going to be the longer march. In this case, she determines that she's got the longer march, so she will set off and then give me a warning. So she's saying, watch my march. Now it's gone, so I can click on that, and now I've zoomed in, you can see there's 1 minute 54 left on that march. I just keep watching that clock until it gets to within 3 seconds of when I need to go. So you'll see I've just fast forwarded, and now it's getting to 1 minute 5, and now I'm going up. So actually I've given myself 8 seconds. But it was my first time. You can probably do it quicker. So I now know I should be leaving with 57 seconds to go. Now let's compare the two. So my attack is 51 seconds, 50 seconds, 48. So 32, 30, you can see we're within a second, so actually I needed more than 3 seconds, so 8 seconds to scroll up and find the original coordinates, so it might be better to bookmark them, I'd say. And now both the marches are going to arrive at the city at exactly the same moment, or close enough that they get merged into the same attack. So there is a margin of error. You don't need to be within a fraction of a second, so a few seconds, is my understanding, is still absolutely fine. And now we're battling together, and we didn't need to wait for a rally to be set, and 5 minute wait, and then the march time on top. So you can react a lot quicker. This is the second quickest way you can get to a target without using speed attacks. So thank you to Nix for the help, and if you check the battle report you can see that I was one of 2 battlers, so you'll see that number there will be higher if you get more players. So if it says 1 of 1, then you've not quite got it right. One of you has got there early or late. So what happens if something's gone wrong? So let's imagine you're check the clock and you're going to get there too late. You're going to be 10-15 seconds after everybody else. What can you do? Well, you can use speed ups to get there quicker. I know speed ups cost a speed up item, or they do cost gems if you don't have any. So if you click on your march, and then you've got the speed up option here. So you click on your march and click on speed up. You can use a 25% or a 50%. Do the maths on the clock to make sure you don't get there too soon by using a speed up, so be careful. Definitely don't want to get there way before everyone else. You could be stuck on your own, battling a big powerful target single-handed. Not a good idea. Now, if you're going to be really late and you're not really keeping up with it, it's probably safest to recall your troops. Otherwise, you can just let your attack get there after everyone else. You may not join in the original battle, but you can still perhaps get some resources that may be left behind, or any troops that aren't defeated in those first waves. Now, if you're going to be too soon, that's much more dangerous. You might find yourself all on your own, taking on a massive target, so you probably want to use the recall button. And if you have time, try and send again. Even if you're powerful enough to take the target all on your own, if lots of people have got together to organize a timed attack and you go in and kill all the troops before everyone else gets there, you're not going to be super popular, so probably safer again to recall. Now, if you're going to recall, make sure you tell people, especially if it's a small attack, only a few people in it. If you not being there is going to be major to everybody else. They might all have to recall again, and you may all have to restart. So make sure you tell people, sorry, missed it, I'm recalling. They can make their decision whether to pull the entire attack. Again, to recall, quite easy, just click on your march and there's the recall button here, so click on that and that will send your troops back. Alternatively, if it's a very small attack, there may be one other person, you could ask them to speed up so that you both get there at the same time. If there's loads of people, you can still ask, but it probably is worth everyone just resetting rather than everybody burning a bunch of speed ups because you're going to be there too soon. Chat in your alliance chat, see what people think. So that was a timed attack, and now I'm just showing the background. This is an example with a lot more troops, so you can imagine it can get quite exciting. So huge number of players can get together. This is a really great way for smaller players, smaller alliances, to take on bigger players. You can get loads of people all attacking at the same time, so it does help balance out. So these timed attacks are a major part of what makes War and Order a great game. It's something that doesn't exist in a lot of the other games. King of Avalon, for example, I play. These just don't exist there, so this is a massive improvement on the kind of functionality you've got. And there they come. So now they've all joined in, and everyone gets to take part all at the same time. So War and Order have kind of given a gift code for me to... So this is only going to work for players who've started their accounts after the 29th of November 2021, and the scheme lasts until the 29th of December. Click on your profile picture at the top left, and then click on Exchange Gift. The gift code is EnglishTim with a capital E and a capital T. Now, I've not used it myself, so if you can let me know if that's working, that would be great. Now, there is a download link in the description for this video as well, so that will get you straight to the game, so you can install a copy. Just as a note, I may receive a commission if you download from that link. If you prefer, you can go directly to your Android store, the Play Store, or the iTunes Store and download it from there instead. It does help support me in making future videos, so hopefully you are happy to use my link. So here's a recap from the different steps for the process of doing a time march if you need it. Otherwise, thanks for watching. If you're liking my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on that notification bell to receive updates about my future videos. Click that like button, and if you've got any comments, don't forget to put them down below. I look forward to you joining me on my next video.